Now you guys kind of understand a lot of the conceptual stuff behind traffic. That last session kind of helped a lot of you guys, hopefully. And so you don't have to be as smart as people probably think I am, because I'm not. That's not the key. The key is really to understand, as the entrepreneur, where these things are at, who your market's at, where they're at. So now I'm going to help you guys to really get more specific and find out exactly where those guys are at. Okay? And this is where it starts getting really, really fun for me. So I had one of my friends and mentors, when I first got started in this business, he told me, he said, the thing about internet marketing is like everyone wants to figure out how to create traffic. He's like, but your job's not to create traffic. Traffic's already out there, right? People are already on Facebook and on these blogs, and they're already everywhere out. Your goal is not to create new traffic. It's to find out where that traffic is at and then tap into it, figure out how to get that traffic and divert it back over to you. So when I heard that, it made a lot of sense to me. And that's kind of where this whole concept comes from. So the first thing I want to find out, what I'm going to do, instead of me just going out, because what normally happens for most people, and it still shocks me because I went the opposite way. When I got started, one of my big mentors, the guy that I looked at all the time, was the guy named Armin Morn. Anyone here know Armin or seen his stuff? So Armin was like one of my first heroes, right? One of the first attractive characters online that just captured me. I was like, this guy's awesome. And I was watching what he did. He was creating all these little software products. And he called them generator software. So he had ebook generator, e-cover generator, header generator, sales letter generator, all these different generator softwares. And he had all these things. And so when I was trying to create my very first offer, my very first product, I was like, I want to make a software product. And my first idea I had was for a product called Zip Brander. And Zip Brander was just this little software product. It did one thing. And I was so excited. I went and I found this guy in Romania. I paid him $20. He built the whole thing for me. And I had my very first product. And I was like, well, how am I going to sell this? Well, I wasn't smart enough to just figure out how to go sell it. But I knew Armin's stuff, and I looked at all his sites, and his sites looked awesome. So I just looked at his site, and I modeled it exactly. My site looked identical to his. He had this little e-cover image. I had an e-cover image. He had a header graphic. I had a header graphic. He had a sales letter. It had 13 paragraphs. Mine had 13 paragraphs. I modeled it identical. Okay, and that was how I created my very first offer. And luckily for me, Armin knew what he was doing. So when I modeled him, mine luckily worked as well. And it was like this great thing. And I think a lot of us, for whatever reason, we don't model things. We just kind of think, I'm going to try this, and you try stuff, and it just doesn't work, right? Tony Robbins, when I went to his one of his, I can't remember which one of his events, we talked about it. He said, if you want to become the best in the world at something, he's like, you don't go out and try to figure it out on your own. You find the best person in the world, and you find them, and you model them, and you do exactly what they do. And I've seen Tony, I've seen guys in his organization who do this. One of Tony's main trainers is a guy named Joseph McClendon, and Joseph is awesome. The first time I met him, I was speaking at an event, and I did this close, and it was one of my best pitches I ever did. I did my close and rushed to the back, and he bought the thing, and afterwards he pulled me aside, and he's like, man, your pitch was awesome. Just so you know, I'm going to model it identical for my next thing. I was like, well, I was so honored. I'm like, well, thank you very much. And then I saw him a year or two later at a UPW. He'd come behind stage when he was presenting, and we hung out in the little green room they have back there, and it was really cool. And he told me, he's like, you know what, Russell? He's like, the way you did your pitch, he's like, I just modeled that and it worked. And so we started talking about modeling. He's like, man, I will never in a million years step into try to do anything without finding the best person, just copying him. He's like, for example, he's like, 3 months earlier, I had this new product I was going to launch. And so I knew this guy named Jeff Walker who does this product launch thing. And so he's like, I went to Jeff's site. I looked at his process. I saw his very first video was 38 minutes and 12 seconds. So I made a video that was 38 minutes and 12 seconds. He said, I want it to be to the second exactly the same. I wanted to model it. My upsell, the second video was this. And he's like, I modeled the look of his page, the feel of his page, the script, what he talked about. I talked about the equivalent for my thing. He's like, I modeled as close as humanly possible because I knew this worked. So why would I go out there and try to reinvent the wheel? I know this works. Let me just model it as close as I can for my stuff, and it's going to be successful. And he did, and he launched it and made a ton of money. Okay, so many of you guys out there, I promise you, are trying to reinvent the wheel. Okay, and that's not the key in this game. The game is not to ever reinvent the wheel. It's to find what's already working perfectly and then model it. Okay, all right. So this is how we do this process, okay? And this is the key. This is why I want to do this session tonight before we get into funnel building, because I do not want you to look or even try to build a funnel until you see your competitors' funnels, and so you can model it exactly, okay? And so this all starts first off on where. Where are your competitors, okay? Who here knows who their competitors are in this online? Who here does not know who their competitors are? Okay? This is key, you guys. The first thing you have to know is who are your competitors. Who's selling the same thing you want to sell? Okay, if nobody is selling the exact same thing you want to sell, it's probably a bad sign. Okay, I get people all the time who are like, guess what, Russell? The coolest thing, I found this market, nobody's in it. I'm the first dude in it. I'm like, don't be in it. Why not? Because that means like if nobody's in it, there's a good reason why. And people are like, oh, I want to do a weight loss product, but guess what? Everyone's got a weight loss product, so I don't want to be in it. No. If everybody's doing a weight loss product, probably a good idea. It means there's a big, huge market, right? And so I want to look at, so if you don't know who your competitors are, you need to find your competitors. That's one of the most important key things, okay? Because you want to see everything about them. I want to find out what they're selling, what price points they're selling, what their upsells down, what their downsells are. I want to see what traffic sources, I want to see everything about them, and then I'm just going to model it, okay? So if you don't know who your competitors are yet, you need to find them. I'm going to show you guys how to find them. But that's the key. You got to find out who are your competitors. Now, there's two types of competitors I'm looking for. First are my direct competitors. Okay, so if I have a weight loss offer, who are all the other people who have a weight loss offer? Okay, I want a direct competitor. So if I'm selling an ebook, who else is selling a weight loss ebook? I need to know every single one of them. Okay, so that's a direct competitor. An indirect competitor is, I got a weight loss ebook. Who are the people selling weight loss supplements? Who are the people selling weight loss magic creams? Who are the people that are also selling maybe fitness things, things that aren't identical but are close. Okay, so I'm looking at both those. Who are my direct competitors who have almost the identical same product, and then who are my indirect competitors? Okay, and that's the first step here. Okay, now the second step is after I know exactly who these competitors are. The second step is I got to find out what it is they're doing. I want to reverse engineer what they're doing so I can model it. Anyone ever seen the movie Paycheck with Ben Affleck? Okay, his job in this movie was they would find this equipment these companies would make, right? And he'd come in, and his job was reverse engineer all this stuff and figure out how everything ticked and how it worked, and then he would make improvements, and they'd rebuild it, and they'd launch a competitor a month later and beat out these people, right? That was his whole entire job in the movie. It was really cool. And so when I started thinking about this, I'm like, it's just like Paycheck, man. I got to see this guy's making $1 million a year right now. I need to be Ben Affleck. I need to come in here. I need to pull this whole thing apart, see how it all works. When I see how it all works, then I can put it back together and make my own and make it a little bit better and boom, make even more money. Okay? This is really like, I'd say probably the biggest secret, you guys. Some people think, oh, Russell, you're a genius. No, I'm not. I just find out what's working. I reverse engineer it and make my own version. Like that's the whole game. Okay? It's very, very simple. Now, there are 5 things I'm looking for when I'm reverse engineering an offer. Okay? An offer or a funnel, whatever it is you want to call it. Okay? These are the 5 things I'm looking for. First off is the demographics. This is who, right? We talked about who. Who are they selling to? Okay, I need to find out that. Second thing I find out is what's their offer? What are they selling? Are they selling an ebook? They have a free plus shipping product? Are they selling on a webinar? Like how are they making money? Okay, if it's working for them, it's probably going to work for me as well. So I want to find out exactly what their offer is. A lot of people say, Russell, what should I sell my product for? What are your competitors selling for? They're selling for $27. Sell for $27. Well, why? Maybe I should do mine for 37. Well, I wouldn't. Like they've proven it works. So let's just model it, copy it, whatever you want to call it. Like do the same price as they're doing it first. You can tweak and test things later, but the very first time I'm going to try to get the most perfect funnel as possible from day number 1. So I'm going to model every single thing as close as I can do. Okay? You don't want to go and try to reinvent the wheel initially. Okay? So the offer is the second thing. What's the offer? What are they selling? How are they bundling it? I want to know everything about that. Okay, any of my competitors' videos, sales videos, when I go to their sites, you could ask my brother. I go to the sales video, and I send him an email. He's a video guy. I said, Scott, I want you to go and rip the audio out of this sales video. He rips the audio, and I send that audio to a transcriptionist, and someone transcribes the whole sales video, and I print it out, and I have it on my computer, and I read through that thing 1,000 times. I want to know exactly what they're offering. Okay, I know someone else that does that too. He's nodding his head back there, right? That's how it works. Okay. I've got literally every single sales video in every single market I'm in printed out. Every one of Ryan Dice's offers, I have them, every front-end video, upsells, downsells, printed out on my computer. Because I want to know exactly what it is they're selling, why it's working, and if I don't know that, how do I expect to compete in that market? I need to know exactly what's happening at any given second in all the offers in my market. Okay? So the first thing is the front-end offer. Now, you have to buy your competitor's product. Okay? I don't care how much money it costs, you need to buy it. How many times did you buy Nursel? How many times did you buy it on purpose?
3 times.
Okay, 3 times on purpose. Ed O'Keefe's supplement. I bought Ed O'Keefe's supplement probably 6 times. Same purpose. Okay, I know he's a competitor, and I bought the thing, and I took screenshots. I made a video of me buying the entire thing because I want to see what he was selling, and upsells and downsells. And I bought it the second time because I want to see if he changed anything. Like, it had been like 6 months. I'm like, I wonder if he's still doing the exact same thing. I bought it again. Oh, same. Oh, that changed. Wow, interesting. That changed. I wonder why he did that. Maybe I should try that. Okay, but you should find 5 or 6 or 10. How many of your competitors? You need to buy their stuff, and you need to like do this as like your homework. Like, it's not just I'm buying this thing to get the stuff. Like, you're buying it. See, after you buy it, where do they take me? What's the upsell? What's the price point on the upsell? What's the downsell? What's the price point on the downsell? Do I have another upsell? Is there, what emails am I getting? What's the email sequence? How many emails do I get? Am I getting email every day? Is there I got to know this stuff because I got to reverse engineer what's currently working so I can model it. Okay, so the offer is huge. Third thing is the landing page. Okay, the page that they're driving traffic to is one of the most important parts of this entire thing. Okay, now the nice thing about ClickFunnels, you guys, is every single funnel or every single landing page that I've ever seen that converts well, we've knocked it off and it's inside of ClickFunnels. Every single page that I ever find in the future, we knock it off, it's in ClickFunnels. So I see a page that's converting well, boom, the next day it's in ClickFunnels. So that's one nice thing that we're cheating for you guys is because I want it for myself. Like, literally, I'm obsessed with this stuff. That's why ClickFunnels is launching with over 100 page templates day number 1 because these are all the templates I've always wanted to have. So we have them all in there. So, but seeing landing pages, like, what does a landing page look like? What's the headline? What's the side? Like, what's the back? Like, all that stuff is so important. Okay, if you guys have read through 108 split test winners, like, if you've seen, like, we'd make little tiny tweaks to a color or to a button and things like that, and you'll see 100, 200% increase just by tweaking something, right? So, like, what your landing page looks like is very, very important. So I don't want to screw it up. I want to see the guy who's spending money to drive ads right now, what's his look like exactly. I'm going to model it, and I can test from there, but I want my best guess going out day number 1, right? I want the very first time I buy traffic, I want the thing to get as close to break even as possible. So that's landing page. Next is traffic source. We talked about where are these people congregating. Okay, I can try to find all these people, or I can cheat and just find out for this guy's offer right here, where's he buying traffic from? And in a click, I'll show you guys in a second. In a click of a button, I can see every single website he's currently buying traffic on. And guess what I do? Just buy it there too, right? If I've got a product like let's say my competitor is Mike Geary, he's got Truth About Abs. I know he's making $1 million a month with Truth About Abs. And if I do every single site he's buying ads on, what if I made a product look like, I mean, it's not Truth About Abs, it's my product, but I make the landing page look the same, the upsell, I just model it perfectly. I find every single site Mike's buying ads on, I just buy the same ads. How much money do you think I can make off that? He's making $1 million a month. Maybe I can make that much. Maybe I can make half that. Maybe I make double that. I don't know. But if you model it as close as possible, you guys, you can do that. Okay? The traffic source and then ad copy is the last. What are the headlines they're using on their banner ads? On the emails, they're like all the stuff they're doing, you want to find out exactly what's working because you're trying to reverse engineer that. Okay? My goal is to get as close to perfect out of the gate as possible. So when I drive traffic, I'm trying to break even or make a profit. And I can get better from there, but I want to make my very best shot by modeling something that I already know is working. Does that make sense? Okay. Now when I'm doing this, sometimes I'm not able to find 1 or 2 things in these offers, but I never want to, it's okay if I don't know, let's say I can't find the ad copy, I can still reverse engineer pretty close, but if there's 2 unknowns, if I can't find 2 things, then I'm usually not going to model that thing. I want to make sure I know as much as humanly possible about every single aspect of that, and after I know it, then I'm going to model what works and make something as close to as similar as possible and that's how I'm going to start my thing, right? Okay. And then from there, there's a lot of stuff we can do. I'm going to show you guys again next tomorrow. We're going to show you guys how to take that and how to add on and build funnels and do all sorts of really cool stuff. But again, from day number 1, I want to make it as close to perfect as possible. So, is there a question? Yes. Great question. This question is, how do you know if an ad is actually successful? I'll show you right now. You want to see it? Whoever wants to see. Okay, so this is the process that I typically go through. I'm going to show you guys a couple websites. So the first one, where's my ClickBank crew in here? We got half of ClickBank in here. Okay, so ClickBank is one of, especially if you're selling information products, ClickBank's one of the best places to get your initial market research to find competitors. So if you're selling something, I have no idea who my competitors are, the first place I look is ClickBank. Because ClickBank's got, how many products do you guys have in there now? A bajillion? How many? 50,000. So 50,000 products ranging from everything from weight loss, make money, there's some crazy weird stuff in there too I probably shouldn't even mention from stage. Like, they're selling all sorts of weird stuff. Any niche you can dream of, it's in ClickBank. I got friends who sell chicken coop books on ClickBank, like how to make your own chicken coop, and they make insane amounts of money. Who knew that was a market? But that's what they do, right? There's all sorts of different stuff. So I come into ClickBank, clickbank.com. At the very top, there's a button that says So this is the marketplace. And on the left-hand side over here is all the different categories of products, right? So here's all the arts and entertainment, the betting things, business investing, computing, food, cooking, wine, e-business, education, employment, jobs, action, games, green products, health and fitness, home and garden, languages, mobile, parenting, politics, reference, self-help, software, spirituality, sports, and travel. Do any of your markets not fit into one of those categories? Okay, it should cover 99% of you. Every once in a while there's one that's not going to fit, but for the most part, they're in here. So this is the first place I go. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to go and I'm going to do health and fitness. Okay, now the second step, what's cool, I click health and fitness, and this is going to show me all the health and fitness products. And what's cool is it categorizes them based on which one is selling the most right now. Okay, so right now I know that Venus Factor, of all the weight loss offers, of probably 10,000 weight loss offers in ClickBank, that one's selling the most right now. This is the hot offer of the day. Okay, and these guys are all competing. You look at 1, 2, 3, 4, like they're all going crazy against each other. And so whoever's the top it's working. It's working really, really well, right? Then you've got these other ones, reverse diabetes, which we promote that to our nurse cell list, and it did awesome. Cellulite gone, ultimate herpes protocol, so we got a herpes product. And you start going through it and you start finding, and I'm looking for an offer that's either identical or as close to humanly possible to what I want to do. Okay, so if you don't have a product yet, like which one's the closest? Like I want a herpes product, whatever that is for you. I don't care. Find out what that thing is and find the one that's closest to what it is you want to do. And that's going to be step number 1, right? So for this example, I'm going to do Venus Factor. Okay, so click on Venus Factor, and now I'm going to start going through these 5 things. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to try to find out is what their offer is. So Venus Factor, I'm going to go to the website. You click right here on this red thing, it takes you to the website, and boom, here is Venus Factor. Okay, so this is what Venus Factor page looks like. I don't know about you, but I'm like, this is an ugly page, right? And most of you guys make, that page is ugly. I can make something better. Don't! Okay? It's freaking working. These guys are making, I don't know, what do you think, BJ? What do you think these guys are making a day right now on your network? Yeah. I would conservatively say they're doing at least 1,000 sales a day. At least, and probably closer to 2,000 or 3,000 sales a day. Okay? Now they've got a front-end product, upsells and downsells, so you put that in perspective. Let's just say the average customer makes them $40 a sale, which is higher than that. I know it's higher. But let's just say $40 on the low end. Okay, $1,000 sells 40 grand a day. 3,000 sells 120 grand a day. Okay, my guess is they're at least $100,000 a day they're making today with this offer on ClickBank. Do you think I'm close? In the weight loss space, some of my friends have hit number 1 in ClickBank. They're averaging anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 sales a day. So there's kind of a margin. So this site's, who here on an offer is making $100,000 a day? Okay, who here thinks it's a good idea to not try to make it better than it already is? Okay, this is what it looks like. So let's don't try to make something better. Let's just make it look kind of like this. Okay, so I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch this video. This is their video sales letter. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to, again, if you can get transcribed, whatever you can do, I want to find out exactly what it is they're selling, what their offer is, what the product is, what's the, like, why is this going crazy right now? Why is everybody buying this? What's the message that they're using right now? They're using something. It's working. Let's find out exactly what it is. Let's come down here and find out what the price point is. What are they selling theirs for? Because I have a fitness ebook. Where should I sell for? I don't know. Let's find out what these guys are selling it for. They're selling for $47. You know what? I bet you they've tested that price. So I could either go and test it or I could just copy them because that's what they've proven has worked. Right? I was listening to, anyone here know Agora Publishing? They're a $1 billion information company. They're probably the biggest info publishers in the world. And they sell financial newsletters, and they sell financial newsletters $100 a year to join their financial newsletters. They do this in like 8 different divisions and do over $1 billion selling these financial newsletters. And I heard Porter Stansberry, who runs their biggest division, who used to, he doesn't work there, or I think he retired or something, but I heard him speak on stage, and he said, it was interesting, he said, hey, if you're going to do a financial newsletter, you should sell it for $97 a year. He's like, do you know how I know that? He's like, 'cause we tested everything else in the world, and the only way we've ever made it successful is $97 a year. He said, you can come out and do whatever you want. You can sell it for $50 a year because you're going to undercut us. You can sell it for $200 a year because you're going to make more money. But we have tested this thing so well in over $1 billion in sales. This is the only thing we'll ever do. So why would I try to second guess that? That's the price people are paying. Let's just, like, they've done all the testing for you. Okay? Venus Factor's done the testing for me. I'm going to sell my product at $47. Okay? If this is the way I want to do it. So I'm going to buy this product. I'm going to see what the upsells are. I'm going to see what the downsells are. I'm going to find out exactly what this offer is. Okay? That's key. So that gives me number 2. It also gives me number 3. I saw what their landing page was. So next thing I got to find out is where's their traffic source? Where's $100,000 a day of money coming from? Because if I can find those people, I want to be on the same sites. Okay? There's a couple of sites we use to do this. This one is a free one. they have an upgrade too, but you can get a lot of info for free. So if you go to similarweb.com/website/ and then that website URL. So similarweb.com/website/venusfactor.com. I click that in there, and I'm going to show you guys some amazing stuff. Check out all the stuff they give me. Okay, so I come through here. You see their rankings, all kind of stuff. Come down here, you see how much is coming from direct traffic, from referrals, from SEO, from social media, from mail, from display. So in this market, I look at that and said, for their offer, almost none of that's coming from search. So what does that tell me? I probably shouldn't spend any time on SEO, right? Because in my market, no traffic's coming from search. They're getting some from social, so maybe I can spend some time in social, not much for mail or display. Referrals, we're getting a lot, and direct. So I kind of see I get an idea of where the traffic is coming from. You come down here, it shows me where people are buying. So I've got basically United States, a little bit in Canada, and a little in Australia. So if I'm buying Facebook ads, I know not to spend any money anywhere else because that's where all their customers are coming from. So I can cut my ad spend down because I know exactly where they're at. Come down here and I can start seeing where their top referring sites are. This is where it starts getting cool. So the website that sends them the most traffic is fastdailyfind.com. Then you've got Motivate to Get Fit. You got PageRank. You got all these different sites that traffic's coming from. This is where they're getting their traffic from. And then you see, like after they go to the site, where did they go after that? So they left venusfactor.com. Where's the next step they went to? Oh, well, they went over here to ClickBank. You notice that because that's the ClickBank order form. But here's all the other sites. Here's other places they visited. I should probably try to buy ads on all those sites as well, right? Search traffic shows you the keywords that they're searching for. So if you do want to do any PPC stuff, there's the keywords they're looking for. Okay, there's tons of stuff. Social, all their social is coming from Facebook and Cafe. I don't know what cafemom.com is. Man, if I was in the space, that's where I'd be looking at ads. Who knows? Okay, YouTube, they're getting traffic, Pinterest, display advertising, start showing you stuff like that. Now, these are not perfect, but it shows you a bunch of stuff. Now, the coolest thing down here, I kind of here see on the bottom right-hand side, it says Show Ads. Click on Show Ads. It's going to show me what their ads look like. Isn't that cool? So I can see exactly what their ads look like. This is what their ads look like. So if I'm going to be developing a banner ad, what do? I model it, right? Make it look similar. Okay? I borrow it. Here's their text ads. So if I'm telling you, what's a good headline for my product? What's going to be the best headline possible? I'm looking at their text ads. I'm looking at their image ads. Okay? One tip for a tiny belly. That's probably a good headline. It's one thing. You guys notice that? What's the one thing? Okay, which 3 foods can help you drop 3 sizes in a week? Oh, that could be a good email subject line. That could be a good article. That could be a good headline for my thing. Okay? I'm trying to see exactly what's working so I can model it. Right? And then you got audience down here. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff. Similar sites. So this gives me a lot of information for free. Okay? You can start digging a lot deeper. There's other services. SimilarWeb's got an upgraded version. You can get even deeper and get even more stuff. But I usually test here first because it's free and I can get a lot of information really, really quick. Right? Then there's a couple other sites. One of them is adbeat.com. Adbeat.com is a paid site. It's expensive. It's like $300 a month, but it lets you dig even deeper. Another good one's called whatrunswhere.com. I actually like the UI better of what runs where, but we always switch back and forth between the accounts. We have an AdBeat account right now, not the other one. So when you do this, you can start digging a little deeper. So you can see what networks they're buying ads on. They're direct buy, buysellads.com, ClickBoost. You see where the traffic's coming from. I can start seeing similar advertisers. So who's Venus Factor's competitors? Okay, because I want to keep digging deeper. So here, Venus Factor Fat Loss is a competitor, which is probably theirs. Bellyfatfree.com, thevenusratio.com, customizedfatloss.com, fatlossfactor.com. Anyway, all these are their competitors. Now, this is what's interesting. The Venus ratio, I probably shouldn't tell this. Oh, crap. Well, I have to now. So one of my friends went through this process. He saw the Venus Factor, saw how well it was doing, and he created the Venus ratio. Same name, same like he modeled it, and he's killing it with it now. Anyway, just an idea. So similar advertisers, publishers, top phrases. There's just tons and tons of cool stuff, okay? Now you can start seeing their top ads. So this, I think this gives me ads. This is going to be a lot more of their ads. I see headlines. I see what the image is looking like. If I'm buying Facebook ads, I see what images are working. I see what headlines are working, what text is working. Okay? There's tons of these things. So I hired a banner designer. I just say, hey guys, check out these banners. I want something similar. I want my headline though. you guys know you can find all this stuff? Isn't that awesome? All that. So anyway, this shows a lot more banner ads, which is just fun. You can start getting deeper and deeper. Okay, and I also know that this is their #1 referring site. The other thing I know is it was first seen on this site January of 2014 and last seen May 12th, which means they've been running that ad for 108 days. What does that tell you guys? Yeah, it's probably working, right? Maybe I should model it. Okay, American News Report's been running there for 39 days. Health Resources for You, 93 days. And you go now, you see exactly how long. Some of these ones they've been testing, I might come back in a week from now, a month from now, see if they're still running. If not, they didn't work for them. So why would I blow my money on that site if it's not working for them? But the ones I know are working, the ones that have been running for 150 days, 108 days, 109 days, that's where I'm going to start at. Okay, and I'm just like, where should I buy ads first? That's where they're at. The people are there, my target market's there. I know it's already profitable for these guys. That's where they're at. Like, yeah, so this question is, can you tell if they're using a network or they're going direct? Yeah, that's kind of what some of these things are back here. Like if you look down here with, down here, direct buy means they're going directly to the website and placing an ad with it. Display is probably more network. Let me think. In here, I think you can see. If you play through it a little bit, you can though. Yeah, you can. Yeah, here's direct buy. So there's your direct buys. BuySellAds.com. ClickBoots. So ClickBoots is a network. Google's a network. Bing's a network. SiteScout's a network. AdSonar. So you can see what networks. You can see what direct buys. All that kind of stuff. Okay. Now. Again, there's a lot of ways to drive traffic, you guys. We're going to cover a couple more of them tonight, but the process we go through, and I'm glad you asked this question because this leads to it. So there's 2 ways to buy traffic through this concept, okay? What I'm showing you guys right now, what this is showing me basically, we call it media buying, which is banner ads, okay? This is reverse engineering, for the most part, banner ads. Like what sites are they buying banner ads on? Okay? This is not going to show me what email lists they're buying emails from. This is not going to show me a bunch of other stuff. It's just going to show me the banner ads. Okay? So this is what we're talking about first is the first kind of traffic that we're going to be targeting is banner ads. Okay? Banner ads. Now when you do this, there's two ways to do it. Okay? One is you go direct to the site. The other way is you go through a network. Okay. Now the concept behind the network is basically, there's these dudes who basically got access to like a ton of sites, right? Like thousands of sites. Like BuySellAds.com has access to thousands. Google AdSense is on thousands of sites, right? And so the concept is you go to Google to Google, and you're going to go and you're going to buy ads on all these tons and tons of sites. Now in theory, it's awesome. The problem is that most of you guys will lose, including me, will lose our shirts going directly to a network. Okay? I won't teach you guys how to do this because we don't do it right now because it's basically with the network, you're putting your ad in there, it's going on 1,000 sites, and you're testing all these things, all these variables, and guess what happens? Your money starts getting spent so fast. Like literally, we've tested this. We did this with NERSA. We had a guy who's this professional guy who's super good at ad networks. We put in an ad, and within one day, he spent $20,000 of our money. In one day, and was not profitable. Like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, well, you told me to put it in networks, and I put it in, and I'm like, I thought you were awesome at this. He's like, I am. I'm like, well, then why is it not working? He's like, I don't know. He's like, how to work on your side? I'm like, I don't know. All the traffic came in literally 24 hours. And I was done, and nothing I could do about it. Okay, and that's what happens with networks is you're testing 1,000 sites, 1,000 pages, and all this stuff, and to make that profitable, you've got to be a ninja. Okay? Now, I'm not a ninja yet. I'm working someday I'll become a ninja. So I don't do this. What I do is I go direct because I can test small and I can find out what's going to work and not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go directly initially to these sites, and I'm going to try to buy an ad directly from that site owner. So I'm going to go to these sites. I'm going to find the ones like healthpages.org and SheClick.it, which I think it might be a network, Mr. Movie Times, Vintage, and then I'm going to do some research on 4 or 5 things. I'm going to try to find like 10 sites or so that I think would be awesome to buy direct from, right? I'm going to find 10 sites. And from those, I'm going to contact those 10 sites. Most of these sites, if you scroll to the very, very bottom, there's going to be like all their footer links at the bottom, right? Has like their terms of service and all that kind of stuff. And usually there's a little link down there that says advertise. You click on that link and there'll be a page, and usually they'll have some kind of media kit or something, and they'll tell you all about their site. They're like, here's our site, here's our demographics, here's a bunch of stuff. If you're interested in advertising with us, give us a call. Or send us an email, whatever. And all you do is you send an email to that site, and you start a dialogue with whoever it is on their side that sells ads. Okay? Very low tech. That's why I like this kind of stuff. It's not like high tech. So I go to that site, and I'm going to email all 10 people, And now I'm going to start using this to bid against each other, right? Because I want to get the best rate. So we have 10 different people, and my goal right now is to try to find, like, all I really want to do is I want to buy ads on 3 sites, okay? And the reason why, if you do one site and it fails, you have no idea if it failed because the site sucked or because your ad sucked or because you have no idea why. So I never like just to gamble on one thing, okay? I like to have 3 different sites I'm going to do my initial test on, okay? The difference is the network, you're testing 1,000 sites. See how much risk there is in that? Like, okay, put on 1,000 sites. I have no idea which one's going to work. And 90% of there's going to be failures. And there's going to be like maybe 3 or 4% that are going to work. But I don't know what that is until I wasted 20 or 30 grand. Where here, I'm going to do my best guess effort to find out exactly which sites are going to work. I'm going to contact 10 of them and use that to negotiate. Like, well, these guys are going to get to me for this price and this price. And negotiate down to the point where I have 3 sites I'm going to test with. And I'm going to buy ads on those 3 sites. Okay? And it's not a difficult process. When all said and done, basically come back to me like, hey, I'm going to buy an ad on your site. What I want to do is I'm willing to spend X. I'm willing to spend $1,000 or $500 or whatever your number is. And like, you got to kind of figure out what your budget's going to be on this. Let's say your budget is $1,000. So I'm going to take that $1,000, try to split between these 3 sites. And some sites won't let you do it that low. Other sites will let you. But you're going to try to negotiate that to get in there. And then you put your banner ad on these 3 sites, and you can start testing it, and traffic will start coming. And really quick, you're going to find out if it's working. Okay? And if one site's working or 2 or none of them, and all this stuff will start happening, and that's when you start finding out all these things. Okay? Was the demographics right? Did the offer work? Did the landing page work? Did the traffic source work? All these things start happening, and that's how we start buying sites direct. Does that make sense? Okay? Now, when I'm doing this, again, lads, like I said, we're modeling everything as close as we can. So I know that this is what their offer looks like right here. This is what their landing page looks like. I know that this is what their banner ads look like. So I'm making, and I know these are the sites they're buying these banner ads on. So I'm coming back and I'm replicating, making a campaign that looks similar. It's on a similar site, and the banner ad's similar, because I'm trying to do my best guess. And usually if those things work and you put it out there, usually we'll get at least one of the 3. Usually, a lot of times all 3 of them will work. They'll break even on the front or make us a profit. And now we can start doing this and scaling it. Okay? And after I've got one site working, then we add another one, and we keep growing until we get 5 sites, and then 10 sites. And every single one of these things, when you add it in, it just starts growing the traffic that's coming into your site. Does that make sense? Okay? One of the big things I focus on in our business is how, one of my mantras, whatever you want to call it, is how can I give myself a raise today? I want to give myself a raise every single day. And the best way to do that is just every day I'm trying to figure out a new traffic source. Like, what's the new thing I can plug into? And if I find out this site can get me 100 leads profitable a day, I put it on there, and then every day it's bringing me 100 leads, 100 leads, 100 leads, okay? It's awesome. Then I find another site, and again, all of a sudden, boom, I got 2 sites making me 100 leads a day, and I got 200 leads a day coming in. My list is growing, everything's working. Then a third one, and a fourth, and you keep adding things on, and this will keep growing and growing and growing. And this is one of the easiest ways to scale an offer after it's working, okay? Banner ads. Now, there's a lot more to this, obviously. Like, there's so many elements to test and stuff like that, and we don't have time in this. Maybe I'll do a bonus training after where we dig a lot deeper so you guys can see the technical stuff that's hard to show from a stage and from this kind of perspective. But my goal for you guys is to understand conceptually how this works, okay? This is how we create an offer that's a winner. Is we go and reverse engineer what's already working, model it, find the sites that the traffic's already on, and we put our ads on the same sites. Okay, I'm not that smart, right? I just find out what's working, and we model it. Okay, that's really the reality of how we all win this game. Okay, so for you guys, I want you to do tonight, I think, I don't know about you, but this is like my favorite. I have so much fun with this part of it, is go tonight, find a couple competitors on ClickBank. If you can't find them on ClickBank, go to Google or go wherever, and at least one of their products, buy it. And I want you guys to go through that process and figure out all these pieces. What's their upsell? What's their downsell? What's the offer? Like, what's all these pieces? And spend $100 just buying that thing. That'll be the best $100 you ever spend, because now you know exactly what you need to do to be successful.